Yo, what's up guys? It is a beautiful Saturday day. I went to the farmer's market today. We've got some nice milk and eggs and nice tacos. It was really nice. I don't know if it was recording, but this is episode 35, I think. Wow, episode 35 already. A lot of episodes. So today, just wrapped up filming some videos for our accelerated onboarding. Really excited to release this out next week and see kind of the results that come from it. I just kind of personally onboarded someone that signed up today. I was just kind of testing out how it kind of would look like. The next thing after really locking down our onboarding process is to make sure that we have member at risk systems in place. So if someone has any non-compliant messaging activity, how can we make sure that they are aware before they get suspended, and then if worse, permanently suspended. I just had the quick motivation to go and hit these freaking push-ups, so I'm gonna put this camera down and get you guys on. I think it's right there. I'm gonna be going to Destin, Florida for spring break. I'm gonna be hanging out with some friends. I haven't actually went out in so long, so that's gonna be really fun. We're gonna do a road trip. It's gonna be nice. But man, I've been literally just consistently been working my ass off for the past, like, oh my gosh, too long. And I heard this quote the other day. It was, if you've been doing it for 90 days, or if you've been doing it for 91 days, you've only been consistent for 1 day. And that's, that kind of hit, because a lot of people, like especially with me right now, I'm doing like a 100-day cold tub challenge. And you know, a lot of people like with 75 hard is like they'll just do this 75 hard challenge and then just like go back to the lifestyle that they were doing before, which at the point of 75 hard was to actually change their habits and like to really change as someone, and not just do like these sprints to, you know, be this hard person for only a short period of time and then, you know, go back to the same old self as before, because that honestly, that means like, then you don't really actually want to change. So with the cold tub challenge, I actually genuinely enjoy cold tubs. I just like won't try to, one time I was in like Phoenix or Cancun, and I was just like ordering bags of ice to a hotel room, or like, taking an Uber ride to a place that does cold plunges. Like I won't do that, but I do enjoy doing cold plunges, so I will do them. I will still continue to do them. It's just like, I won't have to record them and do that stuff, so that's gonna be nice. I will still do like 6 minutes and 40 degrees. Like I like that a lot. I may get my own sauna soon. So, I'm just trying to, improve. Really the goals with the business right now is to fix our leaky churn, really improve and make sure our onboarding experience is so super amazing, and then continue to scale out the marketing side. And I think that's how it's gonna go. So I'm really glad I have guidance now for, how to actually approach things in the SaaS business, because I feel like I've been doing it wrong for the past year. But I was down here to do some push-ups, so Ilham time-lapse this. We're gonna do 100 push-ups. I honestly don't even count my reps anymore, to be honest. I kind of just go till I like at failure. And I think that's one of the good things about doing machine stuff is like you can't really, push yourself to failure by yourself on like free weights, but you can, however, do it on like machines. Okay, let's keep going. If you've been watching me doing push-ups and you haven't done a single one, get your ass down on the floor. Let's fucking go. Shit, I'm freaking pumped already. Look at that. Freaking vascular. Almost there. I used to be a lot more vascular. I used to be doing track every day. I don't even know what count I'm at. I was doing like 30. I think I got like 30 more. Also, I'm starting to take this pre-workout. I'm gonna have a scoop of this shit. It's freaking glyphosate-free, raw organic honey. This is the best honey you can get. Start taking that for my pre-workout. Fuck. Yeah, like, do you have to my shit. Holy shit. I got 10 more. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. There we go. Ah, shit. Okay. There we go. We're back. We're back. All my disgusting pieces of nicotine gum. This is like probably a week. There's not much. I probably have like 2 a day now. It's pretty normal. But yeah, it gives me a good kick, especially in the morning. Okay, I'm waiting on my assistant to finish up a couple things and make it on a call with our head of product right now. And yeah, I may see you guys on the way to the gym. See you guys later. What's up, guys? I hope my camera's not shaking too much right now. We are currently on day 84 of the 100-day cold tub challenge. I'm almost done. I kind of like doing the cold tub. It is definitely a challenge, but I also see too many people like do a challenge for a certain period of time and then go back to their old habits. Like, the point of the challenge was to challenge yourself, to change yourself, not to just challenge yourself for a short period of time and then after that you're back to your old habits. Because what good does that do? If you want to get fit, like if you're fat and if you want to become skinny, you don't become skinny and then, okay, once I'm skinny now I can, be fat again. No, it's like once you're skinny, you probably want to stay skinny, and that's like a lifetime thing, and that's like that's the commitment you gotta kind of have. Especially with like the people who do like 75 hard. That's the shit I don't really understand. Is like this should build like quote unquote discipline when all that really does, I think it almost creates more weakness than discipline. Is that makes you almost like how do I explain this? It's like you have to have a challenge or like some sort of guide to help you be more disciplined. Discipline is not like a skill you can apply to anything. It's not really, well, let me think about this before I say it. I think 75 hard is kind of stupid, or really any challenge of that regard. It's like, and then it's ironic because I'm also doing a challenge. But I think people do it for the wrong reasons. Like, people will do 75-day hard, and they think that'll give them more discipline. And then, after the 75 hard, after I finish the challenge, that's when I'll have new discipline power levels. No, you can 100% do something like that and then become faster because you fell off your grind. It is totally possible to happen. It is not uncommon. It is actually very common for something like that to happen, where someone does like a sprint, and then just because their environment changes or conditions change, then they go back to their old self, which is then like, well, you just now wasted time. So it's not the challenge itself, it's just the reasons behind the challenge. Like, don't do something for the sole reason of like thinking that you're gonna get more discipline from it. No, you don't get disciplined really doing that. Like, it's more so not the activities, it's more so the time and on how you kind of think of these challenges. I wouldn't even say challenges, it's like just showing up. I think showing up is a part of being disciplined, is just being able to show up every fucking day. If you've been doing it for 90 days straight, or 91 days straight, then you've actually only been consistent for 1 day. And that quote really changed my perspective on a lot of this stuff, because discipline is a word that's kind of thrown around a lot. I think discipline is 100% on a spectrum, and someone can be very disciplined and can be not very disciplined, but there's also people in the middle, and like, it's not like, it's either you're not disciplined or you're like a David Goggins level of discipline. So there's definitely a wide spectrum. There's motivated, and then there's disciplined, and then driven, I think, is the top one. So it goes motivated, disciplined, driven, or the top one is obsessed. So obsessed is what you want to be, is someone who is obsessed with their craft, not just disciplined to show up, but disciplined to show up and stay until job is finished. That's someone who is at the highest level of the pyramid of discipline, is someone who understands that they have to be obsessed at what they do to get the results they want to have. So that's something that a lot of people kind of get wrong, is they believe that I can just do a challenge, then after that I will be more disciplined in some sort of matter. It will help me in work, it will help me here, but really there's not a lot of benefits. It's just like, for me, it's just like a medal. I mean, if you call a medal a benefit, I mean, it's just like, oh, I did it. I mean, honestly, it's just something fun to do. It's not like, it's not something that I'm like, this will generate me more discipline. Like, honestly, that sounds stupid. Like, you don't just forcefully, create discipline. It just happens. So you just focus on, the work that needs to be done, and then that in it of itself is being obsessed. Is just like doing shit that is towards your goals. That you have to show up every fucking day. You have to do your shit. That is someone who is disciplined. Is someone who doesn't do 75 hard and does these like stupid challenges like what I do. It's someone who shows up every fucking day and does what needs to be done, that actually is productive. So I think that's really my thoughts on discipline and all that. I think I went the wrong way. No, it's fine. But yeah, so that's my thoughts there. I don't really have. It kind of gives me an ick when someone's like, yeah, I'm on this challenge. I'm on this new sober for 4 years challenge. I'm like, that's cool. Maybe they have some trauma that it's just like, I'm not doing that. But some people are so religious to it, about the streak, about their like, I'm gonna lose my streak. I'm like, who the fuck cares if you lose your streak? What, you got someone, you're that famous, you got someone tracking your streak, and then what's gonna happen? The world's gonna fucking end? And it's like, the guys make so much a big deal about it. And maybe just in like the umbrella of like, you know, someone, you know, oh, I haven't drank alcohol in 4 years. And like, I'm never doing that again. And I'm on the streak where, you know, I'm very religious about this stuff, and like, I will not touch alcohol and like not do this stuff. I think that is someone who is more fragile than the person who is like, you know, if I get it on special occasions, you know, I'm not gonna go out of my way to go get a drink, or I'm not gonna just say yes and not think twice about it. You know, someone who's more free-minded, but also not too free and free-spirited, if you know what I mean. It's like someone who's like, you know, I won't just go out and get a sip of alcohol, and I won't just say yes to a drink. I would either be like a special occasion, or you know, I just want to, you know, try it out. It wouldn't be like, you know, I want to go get fucked up. Like it would be more of like a special thing. And like, they just like, what people do is they put way too much power to external things, and they're like, you know, if I take just a sip of alcohol, you know, my life will be destroyed, and like, you know, I'll lose my streak too, and then like tomorrow I'll lose my bad quality of sleep. And it's like, dude, stress kills faster than anything. You're stressing about all this bullshit. Just, you know, and it's not just about alcohol. It's just the idea of having your identity attached to some external thing. It's like I used to do like semen retention. I used to do like a quote unquote nofap, and it was like my entire identity. It was like, you know, if it's like, if you're not on the same thing I'm on, then I don't fuck with you. And you know, that's not a great way to make friends, right? So I made it very, very much control me. And you know, that was like my entire identity. And that's what a lot of people do right now. They'll be on these long streaks for whatever they're trying to not relapse on, and then, you know, they would just give it so much power to where it's like, dude, it's not gonna kill you. But I'm also not trying to be that person who's like, you know, I'm also not saying like, you know, you can go freely, go drink, and you know, that would end up, you know, going back to your bad habits. If you know you have an addictive personality, then it's probably not the best idea. But if you have fully changed your identity, like, hey, I only, you know, really drink, I don't even have rules. It's just like, I just don't. It's like, I don't say I am 18 years free of heroin. I just don't do fucking heroin. I'm like, there's no rules for that. It's just like a known thing. Like, I just don't do heroin. I don't track my days off heroin, because it's like that. So like, stop tracking. If you have a serious problem, I get the tracking stuff, and I get like the whole thing about, you know, tracking your days and making sure, you know, that'll help you motivate you forward. But like, well, at that day, if you're trying to stop a habit, just you can't solve the what we call is you put a Band-Aid to a bullet wound. Is you need to fix the fucking bullet wound, not just put a Band-Aid over it. And what you're doing by doing all these things is just putting a Band-Aid over the bullet wound. It's not fixing the problem. The core of the problem is your identity, your belief system. If you don't believe that it's actually bad for you, or what you're doing is actually bad for you, no matter what challenge you'll do, you'll always believe that, you know, there'll always be some part of you that believes that, you know, it's not that bad. And then you're gonna go relapse, and then you're gonna go in this vicious cycle. I know it very well. I've done so many of these damn things that I've been through it all, okay? And I have many more experiences to go through. And you know, maybe my opinions change, but that's my thoughts on all this, like, these guys who have these, like, are so religious about these, like, you know, challenges, or like, you know, I'm challenging myself to be sober and celibate for 4 fucking years. And all you guys are religious, and you have special, you know, situations. I understand you guys are excluded from this conversation. But the guys who like just like give it so much power because they feel like, you know, a sip of alcohol is just gonna destroy my life, then it's like, you know, it's like if you have an addictive personality that you know for a fact that, you know, once you do it, you know, you'll keep on doing it, then it's like, then you really do have a problem, and you really do have to fix your identity. And there is, you know, there is actually people with an addictive personality. Like, that's a real thing. Now, I don't know if it can actually be, you know, reversed, but it's probably just due to just, I don't know actually where what actually even happens with addictive personalities. But it's probably just, what my guess is just an overage of dopamine. You just like, maybe you need a dopamine detox, but I mean, I honestly, I don't really, with the dopamine detox and the monk mode stuff, I believe that, again, it's also another, like, one of these challenge things. It's like, just be that person who doesn't do that stuff. Don't just like, okay, today I didn't go, checkbox. Today I didn't drink, checkbox. It's like, no, just don't do it. Like, it's not like a challenge. It's just like, you just don't do it. It's not thought about. And that's how you actually really change, is like, you just don't even think about that bullshit. So that's my thoughts on that stuff. You know, it's kind of just, no one's perfect. I promise you, the most successful people, you know, they have their faults. They have the places where, you know, aren't on the most optimal how they want it. And it's like, we're not robots. As humans, we're not robots. And sometimes we'll fall short 20% of the time, but 80% of the time, you know, we'll look good. Which is, at the end of the day, that's just how the human nature, how everything works. Is 20% of the time, you know, you won't be the model that you want other people to see, and that's just the reality of humans. Is you know, we aren't the most beautiful creatures. So that's kind of my rant about the dopamine detox, the 75 hard, all that stuff. Is, I think it's, oh shit, I just had my foot stuck on the pedal. And I look like a stupid driver. But I think in order to actually change the habits that you want to change, you change your identity, you don't change your actions, because your actions will change as long as your identity changes. So, but the problem is, if you just change your identity, if you just change your actions, then your identity won't change. Because at the core of all your problems is your identity, how you believe of what you believe, and the lens in which you see the world. If it's all foggy, you'll see the world foggy. But if it's not foggy, then whatever you do, all the actions are much clearer from there. I'll see you guys later.